What is up, everybody, and welcome to FLW Videos. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Team Go Rocket balloon being added into Pokemon Go. Maybe you logged in recently and saw that there was this strange hot air balloon floating across your screen. We're going to be talking about the origin of it, everything that we know currently, as well as the couple of things that we don't actually know that I'm hoping to either get clarification from you or end up getting a future announcement from Niantic. We're actually going to go ahead and jump into this, but if you do enjoy this episode and it is helpful, take a second to hit that like button and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And if you want to stay up to date on Pokemon Go news, it's going to be the right move to do. So anyways, we go ahead and jump into this. The first thing that we could take a look at that I think is pretty interesting is the emails that were sent out. If you signed up for this, then you of course got these emails. And the first email got sent out with some just crazy directions, crazy plans going on from Team Go Rocket, and then a secondary email that says, please disregard the last email. It was sent out by accident. I thought that was so cool because that's got some real world vibes to it. And then to just kind of add the cherry on top, they probably could have made it a little bit more visible, but in the second email where it says please disregard it, they also gave us a redeem code that you could click on and get items added into Pokemon Go. So that was kind of like a bribe to say, hey, I know you saw this thing, but here's some items for you. Just don't tell on us. Don't tell people about this. I thought that was so cool, and I would love to see Niantic do more things like this. So I do want to give a shout out to them because I thought that the marketing getting into this feature was really good. But of course, I would love to know what you think about that in the comment section below. So definitely make sure to let me know. Anyways, as far as what we know right now, it mirrors a lot of what we have seen in Team Go Rocket when you just go to the Pokestops to do the battles. You're either going to go up against the grunts, the team leaders, the decoys, or you're going up against Giovanni. And what determines that is based on where you are in your rocket radar setup. So if you don't have a rocket radar built, you're going to end up getting a grunt to go ahead and battle. And then eventually, once you get your rocket radar built, the next level is to get those leaders to show up. And the cool thing about all of this is, even if, for example, you got a leader that you don't necessarily want, you don't have to battle them. You can simply just exit out and you can just wait. Eventually the balloon goes away and then it will come back later in the day. So by the way, for all of you out there, I tried resetting the balloon to see if it would go away just by simply logging out of the game. But when I logged back in, the same balloon still ended up showing right back up, ended up being the exact same leader. So I think it's on some sort of timer. So resetting your app is not going to end up working. Now, as far as the timing is concerned, I have heard people report that they end up getting a new one within the next hour. I don't know if that's a true confirmation or not. That's just something that I've heard, but people have definitely been able to run across multiple balloons throughout the day, which is amazing. I just need to get that detail, that little detail on the timing of it. So let me know in the comment section below what you have experienced. But anyways, you can go ahead and cycle through all of these different leaders, whichever one you want. And then of course, when you run across one that you do want, you can go ahead and battle that. And don't worry, we're going to be covering the leaders, what I would personally recommend you to battle against. And then finally, once you end up battling all of those team leaders, you can build the Super Rocket Radar to run up against Giovanni or of course the decoy. If you don't want to battle against the decoy, by all means do not do it. And then of course just back out until eventually you get Giovanni. But this is all just kind of based on the idea that you're not able to go out and do it the normal way as far as the Pokestops are concerned for whatever reason. We've got the coronavirus going on, but then at the same time, for rural players who just don't have easy access to Pokestops, this is bringing the Team Go Rocket feature to you, which I want to say thank you so much to Niantic for doing this. This did not detract from the regular system. It simply added on to it and made it available to everyone. So kudos to them for that. I typically don't do this in my videos. If you followed me for a long time, you know that, but I think credit is due where credit is due. So anyways, as far as the team leaders are concerned, I would personally recommend you to focus on Arlo as well as Sierra. And I guess more definingly, just exclude Executive Cliff. He's got access to that Shadow Pinsir. And of course, Pinsir does have a Mega Evolution, but we don't know if Shadow Pokemon are going to be able to access it. It's a similar situation with Metagross as well, but with Metagross, an interesting thing is if we end up getting another Team Go Rocket day where we can TM away frustration, to have yourself a Shadow Metagross with Meteor Mash, that would be insane. So I'm kind of like keeping that in the back of my mind, but I'm personally prioritizing Shadow Mawile because I do want to get one for PvP. But of course, depending on what you want to do, by all means, switch up the order, go for whatever you want. Or maybe you're just like, I don't care, I just need to do it, or I need to do it to get that Super Rocket Radar. And speaking of that, we've got Giovanni. So currently for Giovanni, you can get access to Shadow Entei. Now that's not necessarily special by any means, like it's not a super meta Pokemon from the raid side or from the PvP side. And it's actually been stuck on Shadow Entei for a while now. There was an announcement saying that they weren't going to really do new updates or anything like that, which is a little bit disappointing, especially now that they are releasing this new feature. I would love to see them change the legendary Pokemon, which I honestly think they will very soon. Crossing my fingers on that one. But anyways, I would love to know what you think about the Team Go Rocket balloon feature being added into Pokemon Go. Do you plan on using it every day? Could you kind of see that? How do you think Niantic did on releasing it? What are your thoughts on it? Anything and everything, let me know in the comments section below, and I will see you next time. Huge shout out to the supporters over at Patreon. If you would like to get exclusive perks, make sure to check out that link in the description, and I will see you next time.